NewsTribune sports writer Chris Yukas, and I'm here with sports editor Kevin Clement, sports writer Jared Bell. And today on NT Prep Preview, we're going to take a look at the Week 8 prep football slate. Guys, the big story this week is a pair of undefeated teams in Ottawa and Marquette. But on the other side of the ledger, there's a pair of winless squads in Princeton and Hall. Kevin, do the Tigers and Red Devils have what it takes to get off the schneid this week?
Well, I think the Red Devils have a better chance this week. They're playing a Kewanee team that has one win. The Boilermakers have always scored 70 points this season, which is the fewest in the Big Rivers Conference. And Hall has shown at times they can put up points. They put up a lot against Bureau Valley and also against Erie Provincetown. So they have a better chance, I think, at home than Princeton. Princeton is playing a team that gives up a lot of points in 253 for the season, but Princeton's given up 263. And West Hancock has scored 235 compared to just 54 for the Tigers. So it's not looking good for the Tigers this week in Princeton.
They're definitely going to need to get that offense going if they're going to have a chance to win. The Tigers and Red Devils are used to the taste of defeat, but it's a new flavor in Amboy as the Clippers dropped their first loss of the season to St. Bede last Friday. How's the playoff picture shaping up in the Big Rivers Conference, Jared?
Well, it's 6-0 before last week's loss. Amboy is in, so even though they lost, they're not out of the playoff picture. They're still likely going to be in with the 6 points. They're going to be in. They automatically clinched it. But you also have Newman, who is unbeaten at 7-0 in the conference, and they're also in the driver's seat. Those two teams actually play Week 9, so it'll be a big matchup there. St. Bede is 5-2 after their win. They're at least eligible for the playoffs. Usually 5-2 will get you in the Big Rivers, but not always. 6 wins is a playoff clincher. You also have Erie Provincetown, who's 5-2 after last week's win. And then you saw some other teams, Kevin.
Yeah, Bureau Valley's at 4-3, and so is Morrison. Bureau Valley might have cost themselves a chance at the playoffs last Friday when they lost to Fulton, because the last 2 weeks they have to play two pretty tough teams in Morrison and Memorial. That's this Friday. So that could have cost the Storm big time last Friday, but we'll see if they can get it done.
And now it's time for everybody's favorite segment on NT Prep Preview. Let's take a look at Powerhouse Players. Roll that tape, Matt.
Powerhouse Players of the Week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week. How's that?
Well, Kevin, that was pretty good, but not as good as Ottawa running back Michael Hermosillo. After last week's performance against Dixon, the senior running back had 5 touchdowns and 136 yards rushing in the first half alone. All 5 touchdowns in the first half came from him. It was just, Hermosillo touchdown. One of my friends actually joked about how every tweet that we had for our update of the game was just him filling the yards and a touchdown. It was a pretty impressive performance. He also had an interception. They returned for a touchdown. They got called back for a block in the back, so he had a great game.
Yeah, now he has 23 touchdowns in the season. That's ridiculous right now. But someone else had a big week last week was LaSalle Peru running back / receiver Brandon Pollack. He caught 8 passes for 166 yards and a touchdown. And that was part of a big night for Zach Chenot, who had 333 yards passing. So that was just an all-around good game for the LP passing game last week.
We've showed plenty of love to the offense so far on Powerhouse Players, but this week we're going to add in a defensive player, Mendota sophomore Ryan Reeder. The sophomore defensive back captured an interception in the end zone with 44 seconds left to seal a 14-13 win for the Trojans over Rock Falls. So,
their first win since week 2, so it was a long time coming for the Trojans.
Yeah, and they're getting it done on defense, which is what you got to do. Well, thanks for watching NT Prep Preview. Catch us back next week as we once again recap the area prep football season.
Good.